Very happy day, students. So, 8th standard social geography, lesson 3. You're seeing hydrologic cycle lesson, and this is your third video class. And we are going to finish the lesson today. So, last class we just stopped up to this, and we'll start infiltration today. So, what is infiltration? Okay. Water entering the soil at the surface of the ground is termed as infiltration. So, what is infiltration? Water entering the soil. Entering the soil at the surface of the ground is termed as what? Infiltration. Infiltration allows the soil temporarily to store water, making it available for plants use in organisms for plants use and organisms in the soil. So, what does infiltration allows? It allows the soil temporarily to store water, okay, for the plant purpose, okay, making it available for plant use, okay. When water is stored temporarily, that stored water will be used for plants, okay, and organisms in the soil. Infiltration is an important process where rainwater soaks into the ground through the soil and underlying rock layers. So, infiltration is very important process where the rainwater is soaking inside the ground. Soaking is nothing but ஊறுறது ஓகேவா throughout the soil and underlying rock layers. Some of this water ultimately returns to the surface through springs or low spots down hills. Some of the water remains underground and is called groundwater. The rate of infiltration is influenced by the physical characteristics of the soil, vegetative cover, moisture content of the soil, soil temperature and rainfall intensity. The term infiltration and percolation are often used interchangeably. So, this is infiltration process. So, you can see rainwater, okay. So, less infiltration in non-porous soils and rocks. And next is more infiltration in porous soils and rocks. So, you could see. So, less infiltration is here. More infiltration is here. Okay, you can see rainwater is getting stored here, right? Water table, that is what they are saying here, okay, right? Next comes percolation. Okay, what is percolation? Percolation is nothing but the slow movement of water through the pores in soils. Okay, in Tamil they say neer utkasidal, right? A slow movement of water through the pores in the soil is called as what? Percolation, right? You could see sun here, okay. You could see transpiration, condensation, precipitation, okay. Water runoff is here. Percolation happens, evaporation happens, okay. Percolation process. Next, percolation is the downward movement of infiltrated water through soil and rock layers. Infiltration occurs near the surface of the soil and delivers water from the surface into the soil and plant root zones. Percolation moves the infiltration water through the soil profile and rock layers, which leads to the formation of groundwater or become a part of subsurface runoff process. Thus, the percolation process represents the flow of water from unsaturated zone to the saturated zone. Next comes runoff. What is runoff? Runoff is the water that is pulled by gravity across land's surface. Runoff is the water that is pulled by gravity across land's surface. It replenishes groundwater and surface water as it percolates into an aquifer, that is, it is an underground layer of water bearing rock, okay, that is called as aquifer, okay, or moves into a river, stream or watershed. It comes from unabsorbed water from rain, snowmelt, irrigation or other sources, comprising a significant element in the water cycle as well as the water supply when it drains into a watershed. Runoff is also a major contributor to the erosion which carves out canyons, gorges and related landforms. The rate of runoff that can happen depends on the amount of rainfall, porosity of soil, vegetation and slope. Only about 35% of precipitation ends up in the sea or ocean, and the other 65% is absorbed into the soil. So, this is the picture of runoff process. So, you can see ocean. So, you could see here rainfall. So, rainfall comes, it falls on the surface of the land, okay. So, water is running off, it gets infiltration here. You could see infiltration here, okay, and water gets down into the groundwater underground, okay, groundwater recharge, surface water, groundwater interaction, okay, it runs to bedrock, okay. Next, evaporation occurs, okay, evaporation occurs, so through vegetations, okay, and other water, remaining water runs through the ocean. Got it? So, this is runoff process. Next, types of runoff. Based on the time interval between the instant of rainfall and generation of runoff, the runoff may be classified into following three types. So, there are three types of runoff. First one is surface runoff. It is the portion of rainfall which enters the stream immediately after the rainfall. So, surface runoff is nothing but it's a portion of rainfall which immediately enters the stream after the rainfall, okay. It occurs when the rainfall is longer, heavier and exceeds the rate of infiltration. When does it occur? It occurs when the rainfall is very longer or very heavier and exceeds the rate of infiltration, okay. In this condition, the excess water makes a head over the ground surface, which tend to move from one place to another following land gradient and is known as overland flow. So, when heavy rain occurs, water flows over into the land, okay. The land absorbs the water, but when it exceeds the limit, the water is getting overflowed on the land, okay. When the overland flow joins the streams, channels or oceans, it is termed as surface runoff or surface flow. Second one is subsurface runoff. The water that has entered the subsoil and moves laterally without joining the water table to the streams, rivers or oceans is known as subsurface runoff. The subsurface runoff is usually referred as interflow. Third one is base flow. It is a flow of underground water from a saturated groundwater zone to a water channel. It usually appears at a downstream location where the channel elevation is lower than the groundwater table. Groundwater provides the stream flow during dry periods of small or no precipitation. Coming to do you know, units of the measurement pertaining to hydrology. So, first one they have given evaporation, next interception, okay, that is in inches or centimeter. Infiltration, it's in inches or centimeter per hour. Next, precipitation, inches or millimeter or centimeter. Next comes runoff, inches or millimeter or centimeter. Same comes to runoff rate, that is cubic feet per second, runoff volume, acre feet or cubic feet, and last one is storage, cubic feet or acre feet. So let's recap the lesson. Water is one of the most important elements on earth. All plants and animals need water for survival. About 71% of the earth's water surface is covered by water. Out of this, only about 2.8% is fresh water and remaining 97.2% is salt water found in seas and oceans. Hydrological cycle is the global sun-driven process where water is transported from oceans to atmosphere, from atmosphere to land, and from land back to ocean. There are 6 main components in hydrologic cycle. They are evapotranspiration, condensation, precipitation, infiltration, percolation, and runoff. The precipitation in the warmer part of the world is in the form of rain or drizzle. The common types of precipitation includes rain, sleet, freezing rain, hail, and snow. And the last one, infiltration occurs near the surface of the soil and delivers water from the surface into the soil and plant rooting zones. Percolation moves it through the soil profile and rock layers to form groundwater. Okay, children, we have completed the lesson. Go through the lesson and write the notes. Thank you and take care.